Hello besties, so this is part 2 of the Q&A from Instagram. If you've missed part 1, I will link it below. And today we're getting a little bit juicier. There was, as the day went on, more questions came in that were a little bit more gossipy, a little bit fun, some tea. So yeah, we're gonna answer them together. Grab your little drink. I have the questions here and I'm excited to get into it with you. So, someone asked, how long have you been with your girlfriend? I've been with Erin, it will be 5 years in September. So how many months is that away? Holy shit. So in 2 months we've been together for 5 years. That is insane. But yeah, 5 years, Jesus. I don't even know what we're doing for our 5th year anniversary. So we'll see. Do I recommend getting a manager / agent? Yes. Before I had a manager, I was not really getting paid. I think in my year spell of doing this, I got 2 collabs that were paid. I wasn't really the girly that would outreach, so I think probably that was my issue as well. But I also felt like I didn't have a lot of brands coming to me, and I know that's what managers look for. They want to look for an influx of brands and deals that then they can manage, if that makes sense. So you need to have stuff coming in for them to manage, or if you've got nothing coming in, you've got nothing to manage. So I was really worried about that because I didn't really have, and I was honest about that, I didn't really have a lot of stuff coming in. I only had 2 brands that I worked with and they reached out to me. Emmy took me on and I think she saw potential more than what was coming in, and then things that they did, obviously outreached and brands have been coming in now, so it worked out. But I don't think I had the brands reaching out much until I worked with them. So I do recommend it 100%. It's all about finding a manager that works best for you, style wise. I don't mean them, I mean what type of management works better. My favourite PR parcel I've ever received, that is a hard one because it is, again, that was another thing that I got more of an influx of when I started working obviously with management. But my favourite, oh, that's a hard one. I think my favourite, every time, it feels like Christmas every day, but my favourite would be, I got a skinny dip parcel once and it was for Powerpuff Girls they were collabing with, and they made me into a Powerpuff for the box, and that was that was unreal. That was crazy. And they made me a phone case with I think I have it. They made me into a Powerpuff and made a phone case of it. I'm sorry, I still have the box. It's in the living room. It had this on it with Powerpuff logo. So that was mental. So I love that so much. I think that's my favourite, but all of them is amazing. Have you met any influencers that have been rude to you? I like to give people the benefit of the doubt because you never know what someone's day's like. You never know what's happened in their day. If they're shy, I'm a quite shy person, so maybe I come across rude. I hope not, but maybe I do. I've had words over text or over apps with some influencers ages ago. It was, I don't know, I thought that they were doing something wrong, and which is sad. I really like their content and I thought they were cool. See, if I was doing something that other people, quite a lot of people, were perceiving as wrong and someone told me, and they also said that they liked my content and they have enjoyed watching and things like that, I think I would more likely take that on board, but they obviously didn't and haven't changed their behaviour, so what can you do? What's my goals by the end of the year? My main goal with this year was finish college and hopefully get an A and then do this as a job, and I've already done both of them. So I think one of my goals, I want to become a little more healthier, and I don't mean I want to lose weight, I need to lose weight, because I can't go into that headspace because it will just go downhill. I just mean I want to fill up my week and go to some fitness classes, eat more vegetables, stuff like that. I have a treadmill that I've made a playlist to have a walk on every day. Fitness classes, I'm going one tonight in Paisley that are dead cheap, so it's 45 minutes, you go along. I just want to do stuff like that to make my stamina a bit better. Do people come up to you in public? I used to have a Tumblr that got pretty big in the queer community, and I used to go to polo and people would come up to me for that, and then now with like Instagram and it's usually TikTok, it's always TikTok. I've had a few people be like, oh my god, look, I'm in line for something and I have something, like we're at Hosier and a girl was like, I follow you on TikTok, and I'm so awkward and I never know what to say, because I want to be like, well I do, I say thank you and things, but I want to be like, thank you so much, forehead kiss, but I can't do that because that's not socially acceptable, and I'm also very awkward. I had my manager Sophie tell me like I'm the opposite of what I seem on Instagram. I'm actually really quiet and awkward and a bit shy until I warm up to you, or sometimes that just never goes away because I just get awkward. I think on Instagram I seem much more confident than what or on TikTok I seem much more confident than what I am. I'm not really the main personality in a group setting unless I'm very comfortable around you or unless I've had a few drinks. That's usually when I warm up a little, and then if I have a few more I'll end up crying, so it's a fine line. It's a fine line. What do you use on your eyebrows? So on my eyebrows you literally use a eyebrow pencil that is from 17 by Boots. It's like £4. It's pink. I'm on like my 6th one. I love it so much. My eyebrows don't take much. Flex, no. They are so dense themselves that all I basically do is draw a line and then use some brow gel. Again, it's like brow gel by Collection. I think it's like £3. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I have tried really good brow makeup. I've tried like Anastasia, I've tried Benefit, and they all seem to do the same because the canvas I'm working with I just have to fill in gel and it's like fine. I think it's different when you have maybe lighter brows, or you have brows that aren't, they really need like defined strokes to make them look real. I don't really need to do anything crazy or buy makeup that is more of an expensive point to get my eyebrows done because they always look the same. So my favourite song in the moment, oh my god, I just saw Hosier, and my first Hosier concert was my first concert out of hospital. So it was like maybe like a less than a year after I got discharged, was at the barrier, and I just sobbed my little heart out. Does anyone cry at concerts anymore? I think everyone cries at concerts, but then I met Erin obviously like 5 years ago, but this is when we started going to concerts together. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. Erin doesn't cry at concerts, and then I noticed that anybody I went to a gig to, they never cried either. Only one of my pals cried when we went at a concert. I'm a crier. Like at Paramore, sobbed my eyes out. Even at the happy songs, sobbing. Sleeping with Sirens, sobbing. Hosier, sobbing. It's not even like a little gentle in like a cinematic mode, a little tear down my cheek. No, it's actual like wet face, pointless wearing makeup, like drenched, dripping from the chin, like tears. It's actually ridiculous, and I need to get a grip in my life, because why am I crying like that? I don't even cry like that at the songs in my own room and the music on. I think it's just like, I really like, sometimes I find it hard to be present, and at concerts my body's there and my brain's there, and these words that I don't even know, I know every, I didn't even know that I knew all the words to, it just belts out, and I just sob, and it's so embarrassing, because Erin like almost times it now that, oh, half a song in and you're crying. I'm like, I know I'm crying, you don't have to tell me, I'm sobbing, okay? Next question. The cringiest thing I've ever done, or cringiest thing you've done. Holy shit, god, we'll be here for a while. I feel like I'm always a walking ick, especially around Erin. I know the cringiest thing I've done. God. It actually still makes me want to like crawl in a little ball and hide in the corner and never talk to anyone again. I'll set the scene. I think it was in between my 2 stays in hospital. I think, or it was just after. I must have been like 14. 15? That's embarrassing if I was 15. We're just going to say 14 because I really don't want to even think about that. I was 14, let's say. And I love YouTube. As you can tell here, I'm posting on YouTube. I adore it, right? But I've been talking to a camera now since like a few years. So this is just my voice. This is how I talk to people. This is how I talk in person. I'm comfortable enough in front of this wee camera and in front of my like phone to just talk how I normally would. Maybe it's a bit more pronunciated, so people could actually understand me, unless I start going on a tangent and I'll talk very Scottish. So At that time, I was never in front of a camera at all, and the only people that I watched were American YouTubers. I'm setting context here, guys, just please come along this road with me. I only ever really watched like American YouTubers and some British YouTubers, but most of it was American. So I decided I want to film YouTube videos on my laptop and like my webcam and just say fuck it. So I think I filmed a few and I didn't even notice that I was doing this. I didn't. I uploaded them to YouTube. I had friends saying that, why have you got an American accent? And I was like, what? And they were like, you have an American accent on your YouTube videos. And I was like, oh no. I didn't mean it, it just came out of me. And I was like, fuck. And it was so cringy and so embarrassing that I've scoured the internet and deleted the videos because it's so embarrassing. And it's so forced and it's so American that I don't even know how I done it because I'm terrible at accents, but it just came out of me. And it was so icky and horrible, and it might not even seem that cringy, but at that age and people telling you, you're trying to be American, you're trying to be this, I'm like, no, I just want to make a little YouTube video and it's really embarrassing that I was talking American. Like, it still makes me ick. Like, I need to like take a minute to be like, God's sake, Beth. I have loads more cringy things, sadly. Sadly I do. Where do I want to go next on holiday? Italy. I would love to go to Italy. Italy is beautiful. I don't know the name, and maybe we'll pop it here if future Beth remembers, but there's a part in Italy, it's a beautiful beach, and then there's all these colourful houses on the hill. It begins with a P, and I'm not even going to say it because I will butcher it. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. Oh, it looks so stunning, and all the wee streets are colourful. So beautiful. Love that. What was my first date with my girlfriend? So I think me and Erin's like first hangout, we went to Car Park in the Sky in Paisley, is that? And we got snacks and we just sat up there and chatted. But our first to me like date, apparently this was a few dates in, my memory's terrible, but in my brain, my first date when I spoke about this to Erin was we went to Largs together. And we like sat on a little bench and we had like ice creams and we went round like the shops and we went to the park, and it was like a proper like full day activity. It was so cute. Little baby us. Like, sometimes I think about that and I'm like, we were just wee wains. Being gay, loving life. Still are, just not wee anymore. So that is the last one that I'm going to answer because some of them are the same as the last clip. That's it, guys. That's all the questions. If you have any YouTube video ideas, pop them below. I do want to vlog more. I really like watching. I had my December vlog and we went and done a bunch of activities and I just filmed them all, and actually watching back is really sweet. It's like a nice like video diary of like what you and your pals have done. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. These are a little bit more juicier than the last ones, but if you have any more questions and like you want to like dig deep, I can chatterbox away for ages. So you can pop them below, you can pop them on Instagram. Thank you so much. I love yous all. Bye.